Hi everyone, my name is Helena Holrick. This is your Shiny Shove, and it's a call, it's a push, a prod, a nudge that helps you to have a better day. Well, that's my intention. Who knows whether that actually kind of lands in the way that it does. But today's Shiny Shove thought is really encouraging you to think about expectation and to think about how expectation has an impact on you that isn't really a savory one. It's we can get caught in expectations, we can get distracted through expectation, and the key to actually expectations not having a hold on you is to surrender. And as a pointer, as an old friend of mine kind of pointed out in her newsletter to me just a few moments ago, surrendering actually takes courage. So there are two things there. One, expectations, whether they're the ones that we have of ourselves or the ones that we imagine others have of us, and both are as debilitating almost, put a certain pressure on us to deliver, to do, to create, to generate, to be a certain way. They can absolutely hold us in the grip of not being aligned to what we really want to be and do and have in the world. They are the things that pull us away from the direction that we want to go in. Good morning, Rayana. Nice to see you. So the whole point about expectations is that they can pull us off kilter. If there are expectations that you have of you that are working for you, by all means do so. But 9 times out of 10, expectations come with a sort of heavy, a slight heavy feeling that you can literally feel in the body, but they're also like, oh, I promised I'd do that, or they won't think of me well if I don't, insert your own X. So the thing about expectations is that the more you get experienced at surrendering them, at letting go of them. Hey Tracy, nice to see you, babe. The more we get better at letting go of our, surrendering our expectations, the easier it becomes for us to actually clear the path and simply stay the course of who we be, or even figuring out who we are outside of those expectations. And that's the piece that takes courage, because we like to live up to the impression that people have of us. We like to ensure that people think well of us. And those things in themselves create that little pressure, that little expectation of, I must show up in this way for this person. Or, and that becomes an issue. If you've ever had this scenario happen, then you know you're in the grip of expectations. So for many, many years, I'll tell you the story that goes with it. If you've ever been in the scenario where you are thinking about, you're about to have a party, you're about to enter a particular domain or entrance, you are somewhere where different groups of friends are about to show up. Different people from different walks of life, maybe people that you've known from way back since school, plus people who are now working alongside you in business. If you have a little hesitation about walking into a room where those two sets of people are because you show up differently in those scenarios, then you're in the grip of expectations. That's all I'm going to really say about that, other than I let go of that about 16 years ago, something along those lines. For my birthday, I usually have a gathering of some sort. And for the longest time, for the Kew gatherings that we'd do these beautiful picnics in this gorgeous botanical gardens called Kew. And I remember actively selecting the people that would actually come, because these people would get on with those people, these people wouldn't know these people, and it was far too hard, right? It's this whole, that need and the wanting to be liked is the thing that sets up those expectations. And I remember thinking one year, just going, this is too hard. I'm just going to invite all of them and they can just actually, I'm just going to be me and show up, and I'm still going to end up having the conversations that I have with those people. And that is exactly the invitation behind this, because surrendering, taking the courage that it takes to surrender and simply be you, be aligned, be steady in who you be, is one of the keys that allows you to actually free up yourself from those expectations. So it's a big piece, this one, and it's one that you can do with gentleness or with fierceness and tenderness. It's really about sitting back and going, who have I got expectations of? Who has expectations of me? And most of the time, when you've done that little list of who has expectations of me, then you go, and is that true? Because 9 times out of 10, hey Leslie, nice to see you, babe. 9 times out of 10, it's not that they have expectations of you. It's you have made up what expectations they have of you, and then you start to live up to that expectation. Surrendering that, letting go of that, will free you up in all sorts of ways. And I am saying it takes courage, and I'm not saying that it might be the easiest thing in the world, but if you can do it, then you have the freedom to choose. And that, my lovely ones, is the key to you having a joyful, wonderful day, which is what I wish you now. So have a delicious one and a delicious weekend too. And I will, with all things being well, catch you on Monday. Blessings.